I want to say this about Bruno Fernandes because the past few games for him at Manchester United have been absolutely brilliant and his impact on the team is absolutely fantastic. Listen, any conversation about Bruno Fernandes not being United's best player or being the best number 10 in the league or him potentially leaving Manchester United has to be avoided. That conversation is done, it's finished. There's no need to talk about Bruno Fernandes and him potentially leaving Manchester United. First of all, I want to say I would give him any conditions that he want, whether that's 400 grand a week. This guy is a generational football player, and we're going to get into sort of some stats and deep dive into Bruno Fernandes. But initially, what a player he is. No less than 20 goal contributions for Manchester United ever since joining the football club. A ridiculous output machine. And listen, he's just one of my favourite players to watch. And to take into account the fact that Ruben Amorim is playing as a number 6 isn't just a criminal offence in itself. There's so many criminal activities that Amorim done at the football club. But playing Bruno in the number 6 is one of the worst in my opinion. The guy is not a number 6. He's a number 10. He's one of the best in the position and has been for many years. It's just a shame that Manchester United are not doing well. Now let's look at Bruno Fernandes' stats just this season alone. Bearing in mind he has had a hamstring injury. So 27 matches he's played in the league, obviously missing 3 due to that hamstring injury. 16 assists and 7 goals, which is absolutely outrageous. And not many of them have been penalties if you want to kind of criticise. I know a few of them have been, but he has scored a decent amount of goals. But the assist is outrageous. I think he will break that record. He needs 5 assists in 8 games. In the way in which he's playing at the moment, it's absolutely fantastic. As I said, that record on a personal would be very good to replace him, and I would give him any sort of conditions that he wants, whether that's 450 grand a week. This guy is just a world-class football player. And listen, I've been someone that's been critical of Bruno, but watching him in this United team is just a joy. He's a fantastic player. That pass to Cunha was ridiculous. Not many players in world football can play that. And as I said, it's a shame because he's one of those players that deserves the Champions League and the Premier League, in my opinion, at the club. As I said, look at his career at United. First season, 12 goals, 8 assists. Second season, 28 goals, 18 assists. Third season, 10 goals, 13 assists. Fourth season, 14 goals, 13 assists. Fifth season, 15 goals, 13 assists. Last season, 19 goals, 18 assists. And this season, 16 assists and 7 goals. It's just ridiculous. I think he's only the 3rd player to have 100 goals and 100 assists in a United shirt. You can say all what you want about Bruno Fernandes and the fact that he waved his arm around, but name me a better number 10. Actually, name me a better player in the Premier League than Bruno Fernandes this season. I don't care, man. I'm going to be a bit delusional because watching him, yes, as I said, he's infuriating and he might kind of annoy some of the fans, but there's no doubt his love, his passion for the team. And yes, he might have lost a yard or two of pace, but his impact, his quality, his ability is fantastic, and I haven't seen it like it in a United shirt. As I said, if we look at the chances he's created this season, I'm going to give you some numbers here. So, in terms of stats created this season, chances created in the Premier League this season, Bruno Fernandes has 98. In second place is Declan Rice, who has 58. He has 40 more chances created than everyone else. This guy is just an output machine. He's a fantastic football player. And yeah, his output is just something that is real special. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with Bruno at the football club. As I said, I'd give him a new contract, bumper sum, give him whatever he wants, man, because he is a generational footballer. And there's been so many times this season where, not even this season actually, as a whole, where he's taken United out of the gutter and he's been through a lot at the football club. And yeah, he's just an insane football player. He's a joy to watch. The assist for Casemiro is fantastic. The one for Cunha is even better. But overall, his performances this season, look at some of the big moments he's had. Assist against Liverpool away, in which the first time we won in a while. A stellar performance against Arsenal, in which he won, getting an assist. But his overall performance was good. You look at the performance against City at home, an assist. Spurs, he was brilliant, gets a goal. He's just been a fantastic player to watch this season. As I said, these are some of the stats. So, in terms of goal contributions, only Erling Haaland has more goal contributions than Bruno this season, with 29. Bruno has 23. 16 assists, as I said, Cherki in second has 8, so double what Ryan Cherki has. In terms of chances created, as I said, big chances created, 24. Ryan Cherki 15. In terms of chances created in the league, 98 for Fernandes, 58 for Declan Rice, and 56 for Dominic Szoboszlai. In terms of expected assists, he is double the ratio, 8.8 expected assists. He has 16. almost doubled. Like, his output, his consistency is ridiculous. And as I said, I've been someone who's been very critical, but yeah, wow, he is just a fantastic footballer. And as I said, all the people that have been saying Szoboszlai, I've been hearing Odegaard, I've been hearing Eze, I've been hearing Cherki, all these players that think that they're better than Bruno, and fans think they're better than Bruno, it's just wrong. And I think for me, he's the best player in the Premier League. He deserves that player of the season. His performances have been ridiculous. And listen, it's not about goals and assists. I just think his performance, he's had to change his game, whether that's to age or his role or just the way in which the team is playing. But normally, if you watch Bruno, he'd be someone who just try and ping a 40-yard pass and try and rush things. Now you're seeing him take that extra touch when he needs to, play it back, play the simple pass. Like, I just think he's a fantastic player, and I'm hopeful he stays at the club next season, and we're in the Champions League, and we get to see the best of Bruno in the biggest stage, in the biggest European competitions. Because this guy could have had 2 Europa Leagues, 2 FA Cups, and a Carabao Cup. Instead, he's got 1 FA Cup and 1 Carabao Cup. He needs more trophies. We need to be seeing more of Bruno's armpits when he's lifting trophies. So yeah, I think he should be staying at the club. As I said, best number 10 in the league, in my opinion. Best player for me. And he's just a captain. He's a warrior. You see how all the players talk about him and all the people talk about him. He's just fantastic. And as I said, he could have so many more assists. I mean, I remember the big one was against Spurs when he gave a brilliant ball to Sesko. And Sesko should have just took his time and could have volleyed it or headed it in. There's countless occasions as well over the games where we could have had Bruno got a chance. In our last game against Villa, at the time of recording, he could have had 4 assists. Dalot should have scored. That should have been another assist. And so too Benjamin Sesko when he played him in with another brilliant pass off his left foot. So yeah, this is just a huge shout out to Bruno. What a fantastic player you are. My favourite player at United. I'm not going to criticise Bruno again, because what he's done for this United team is fantastic. His consistency is fantastic. His output, his ability, his work rate, his love for the club, and I'm hopeful he can stay 1 more year. Not even one, just come on, just keep Bruno at the club. Hopefully we can win something big. But let me know your thoughts on Bruno. As I said, it has to be said, because I've criticised him, I've seen a lot of fans criticise him, but he's going to be someone that gets my full support, and I think he's someone who has over the years. It's just been at times a bit infuriating to watch, and I don't think this is a conversation that has got carried away. I think this is a conversation that's deserved, and then we have to give Bruno a lot of praise. The best captain, the best player in the league for me this season, and as I said, he could have had way more trophies, but yeah, a very, very special player, and you don't really produce him very often. He's always available, which is something that is very, very underrated. Yes, he's missed a few games this season, but again, in the big games where you need him, he steps up, and yeah, he's just a fantastic player. Yes, he may whinge and moan, but I don't care. If he's playing like that, he can whinge and moan all he likes.